Alright, y'all, welcome back to another full disclosure of what I made in April. I just put in the last bit of data, which closes out this month, because even though today is Monday the 29th, I will not need to get fuel before Wednesday. So, with that said, everything's in here. All the loads, everything is in here because Wednesday is the 1st, and this is our final numbers. So let's look through here. Remember how I talked about last month that I was going to work on Texas and see if, I could, how the load board is in the areas and so forth, how easy it would be to yo-yo back and forth to Texas. And that's basically what I did. If you look, Texas, Brookshire, Texas, Houston, Texas, Humble, Texas, Houston, Texas, LaPorte, Texas, Louisville, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Laredo, Texas, Houston, Texas, Wilmer, Texas, Plano, Texas. And now I'm actually, after this bottom trip here at Van Buren, Ohio, which is the load I'm currently on, I'll drop off tomorrow. My next load after that is taking me back to Houston, but that's going to be for a new month. So anyhow, let's look at what we did. We did 13 loads this month in April. And you can see, let's go down here and look at the totals. Here, just a little bit right here. That little box right there is just for me. I did 1,192 deadhead miles, empty miles. Now, we try to keep this between 50 and 100, or less than 100 is ideal. Sometimes you can't be scared to go far, like at 363 right there. I was on Laredo. Couldn't get nothing out of Laredo. I just could not get nothing out of Laredo. So I took that trip from Houston to Glendale, West Virginia. So that's just, you can't be scared of deadhead. You just can't, because there was nothing coming out of Laredo at the time until like Tuesday, and I wanted to be, and this was a Saturday when I dropped off, so I didn't want to stay in Laredo for 4 damn days. So it wasn't going to happen. But down here are the totals. Total miles driven, 11,159. My gross rate per mile for the month is an average of $1.48 a mile. You can see some rates up here. I had $1.72 a mile, another $1.72, $1.92, $1.45. So now this one would have been. Let's see if I clear that out. That would have been $1.83 a mile. That Houston to West Virginia would have been $1.83. But we have to put in the deadheads. We have to. All right. So our total gross. Oh, that's right, it doesn't show up here. I'll show you totals in a minute. So let's go to fuel. We fueled up 14, 15 times. And then our deductions. I went ahead and added this little box right here, so let me know what my weekly fixed deductions are. My weekly deductions with SFI, my insurances, and my subscriptions over here is $15.84.56 every single week. That is my fixed numbers that are coming out. And the only way I can get rid of those is maybe drop a couple of the extra insurances or get rid of some subscriptions. I've accepted the fact that this is my fixed rate right here. All right, so let's go look at totals. Well, right here, I didn't do a lot of other expenses. I did pay for parking a few times. I only had to scale one time this month. I try to stay away from heavy loads, but let's go look at the numbers that you all are interested in. All right, so let's take this down. Let's break this down line by line. How about it? Our total gross income up at the top of your screen, the yellow, is $16,570.87. Total fuel was $5,084.21. You can see all of our deductions, the SFI, insurances, subscriptions. The other expenses is what I spent on the road. Now the tolls, look at my tolls, $347.63. Now that was from last month, so this is April. That was from March's tolls. I gotta figure that out. That's a lot. That's a lot of toll. And of course that comes out monthly on the last. That came out last Friday. And then of course the fuel car fee. Every time we use the fuel car, we got to pay $1 for it, which whatever. And then the state tax fee, that also comes out your last check every month. So after all expenses, our net is the $4,652.02. Now I did have in this area here last month all my deposits, but someone made a point. He's like, listen, why are you being redundant? You don't need to show that. You're just showing the same thing over again. I'm like, okay, yeah, you make a lot of sense. So let's just get rid of that area and focus on the numbers that me personally, that I want to see, which is the breakdown. So my gross rate per mile for the month was $1.48. My cost per mile for last month, or for this month, was $1.18, which means my net per mile was 31 cents a mile. That's what I made this month as independent contractor on the trips that I've done. So let's compare that 31 cents a mile versus last month. I did 33 cents a mile last month. But my gross, we're going to switch back and forth here a couple times. My gross is about, all right, let me just put that right there. Maybe you'll stop bouncing around. Put you right there as well. So, okay, you're not going to bounce around anymore. Good. So my gross for April was $16,570 and $14,700 for March. So that was about $1,500 more on gross. My net for March was $3,000, and I'm about $1,600 higher on net. However, my pay was what I made, my gross RPM last month was 33 cents a mile. This month is 31. But again, I want to look at areas where I can improve, right? To where I can personally improve, which I did. My other expenses for March was $194.50. My other expenses this month was $134. So I saved $60 off of spending out here. So I need to work on that a little more, I think. Mileage, 99.70. I went 2,000 miles further. Made more money. Cleared more money, but overall made less money CPM. So do with this information as you will. Yes, of course, it's not great. And, but there's things that are being changed here shortly, apparently. So we'll see how that all works out. But as of right now, my income is still right around what I was making as a company driver. Maybe a little more. I'm not going to say maybe a little more. Well, yeah, probably right around it, because taxes were taken out when I was getting paid from as a company driver. But now I got to pay my own taxes. So anyway, that's it. Let me know. Don't let me know nothing. Really, to be honest, because these are the numbers. We can't argue with them. And also the daily vlogs, again, except I'm vlogging daily every single day of this month, May, and they will be coming out at 4:30 a.m. So I will have recorded Wednesday's video, which will come out Tuesday morning. So there'll be a day staggered. That's why I'm posting this video up now for Wednesday's main video. But I'm going to post those vlogs instead of 4:30 p.m. I think I'm going to do them 4:30 a.m. I'm just going to try that out, see how it works. Before I make a final decision on that, let me know what you think about that time slot. Anyway, that's it. Here's the numbers. Thanks so much.